Time at Freakle Prepper. So I was doing the typical cleaning out the carburetor, putting in a new air filter, cleaning the spark plug on this lawnmower, and thought about taking the carburetor off of that one, which is my spark plug tester, and putting it on this one, but the air cleaner thing's different, and I don't have the air cleaner for that one, so it was running really rough and missing and doing goofy stuff. Last time I cut the grass last year and put it away, I didn't mess with it. I'm like, this is the last time I have to cut. I'll worry about it in the spring. So I thought, just the normal tune-up stuff might fix that, but it didn't. Still running real rough and like misses, and got to looking as it was running. And right down here on the side, I can see air bubbles and stuff coming out the side of the, in between the head gasket, or in between the head and the block. So it's got a blown head gasket. So the problem is on these old Tecumsehs, you can't really get parts for them anymore. Not anywhere locally. I might be able to order something online. But these have kind of a metal gasket that sometimes you can just clean them up and stick them back on. So I might see if that one's got the same style head gasket and see if I can clean it up and put it on this one. Get by a little longer without having to buy a mower, or at least until I can get me get one ordered online. This old mower, I dug it out of the trash, and I bought gaskets for it about, I don't know, it's been about 8 or 9 years ago, maybe 10 years, about 8 years ago, yeah. It had a thrown rod, so I got another connecting rod for it, and did new rings on the piston, new wrist pin, and I just polished down the crankshaft real good with some emery cloth, got it nice and smooth, put it back together, and it's ran since then. But now it looks like that head gasket's gone, and I don't remember if I ordered a new head gasket then. I might not have. I might just got the gaskets where you have to split the crankcase. And somewhere I actually got a couple extra of those, but I don't need to split the crankcase. I need the darn head gasket. So I'm going to see what I can rig up so I can get this grass cut. Just mechanical problems abound, I'll tell you. Okay. Alright, so I got the cover tore off, got the head taken off. The bolt that was up in this corner right here was really loose. I mean, like, I didn't even have to, I could take it loose with my fingers loose. The rest of them are real tight. So that's where it was leaking. The head gasket doesn't really appear to have much damage or anything. I think it'll be alright. My valves are opening good. There's a little carbon right here build up. I'll clean that up. Move this light down here so you can see a little better. But all in all, for 8 years of running, I don't think that's too bad. I don't see the rings leaving a bunch of oil behind or anything, so I think we're fine there. Valves seem to be opening. Ow, mother Christ. Oh. Sorry, got my finger pinched in between that damn fin and that magneto. Oh, wow, that's gonna leave a blister. It made my whole fingertip numb. I'll use a shop towel. That's what you get for trying to do a camera and talk at the same time. But everything seems to be working fine, so I'm just going to clean that up. You can see the inside of the head's got a little carbon, but not terrible. I'll just clean that up with some carb clean and clean my surfaces, and I think I'll be good to go and cut some grass. Alright, I'll keep you updated here. So, after a little bit of work, I got the head off and everything. Got that. I cleaned those surfaces off real good and put it back together. I had one head bolt that was messed up on the end. It didn't want to thread in quite right, so I just went and took a head bolt out of my spare lawnmower and put it in there. It ran a whole lot better, and it ran at an idle without missing. As soon as I got into tall grass with it, though, and the throttle opened up, it just started choking and not running right. So I went ahead and took the air cleaner off of it and hit the throttle, and it started choking out, and it was backfiring through the carburetor. Like you can see, a little bit of gas and air mixture coming back the other way out the front of the carb. and the muffler was plugged up. So I took the muffler that was on here off and put the muffler off that other lawnmower on. Now it had one of the mufflers that screwed in, and this one had a bolt-on type, but the that one had bolts too, as well as the thread, so I was able to move it still. And it's running great now. Let's see if it'll fire up without the starting fluid. The primer don't work, so sometimes I have to give it a shot of fluid, but I just cut the front yard. Yeah. Let me give it a little shot of fluid here. It's cooled down too much. Shut off switch. Yeah, I don't have one of them safety handles or any of that stuff, so if I ever tip it over on top of myself with it running, I am so screwed, right? But anyway, it's running. It's not perfect. You can hear here there's a little miss in there every now and then, a little backfire, but hey, it's old as dirt. It'll cut grass. That's all I needed to do. So, alright, I'm going to sharpen the blade on it now that I got it running, and go ahead and change the oil, and then I'm going to get on to cutting the backyard. Sometimes I wonder what it would be like to live like the other half and just go over to Home Depot and buy a brand new lawnmower. Yeah, I got half the backyard cut and it died on me, and then I went to start it again. Darn cord ripped out, so probably going to have to get a new cord and rewind that starter and do all that crap. So I'll cut the other half probably a little bit every night this weekend. Get it done over the week after work. Alright. It's running good though. Alright, this is Tom, Frugal Prepper.